Hello everyone, this is a video for our private 2020 membership area showing you the basics of how to set up a JKD traffic ranking account and how to use the software. There are a couple things that you must not do when you're setting this up. I'm going to show you what to avoid and exactly how to set up a campaign. First and foremost, you need to sign up using the exact same email that you used to sign up for your Teachable, that is the 2020 JKD Ranking 2020 membership. If you do not use the same email that you used to purchase your membership, then you will not get the $500 discount that rolls over every month, or that you get every month. You have to use up your $500 discount every month. So it starts from zero, use it or lose it model, and of course that will be easy for you to do because using up $500 worth of ranking money, it will be easy for you if you're getting a local or a national account. So the first thing you're going to do is set up your email. You can use whatever password you want, just be sure to write it down so that you know what the password is for when you log in next time. Once you log in, the first thing that you're going to need to do is add a credit card. Okay? And let me go ahead and make sure that. Now you're going to come up on the screen differently than I did because this is an admin account. So what you're going to want to do is the first thing you'll need to do is add this add payment source. Click the green button where it says add credit or debit card. And you're going to need to put a debit or credit card in there. And just put that in right here, month, year, and CVC, and add, and they're going to click add payment. Now a couple things I want to say here because we do get a lot of these questions. You're not going to be billed anything if you use the same email as you used to sign up for the JKD 2020 membership area. You're going to get $500 worth of discount. So anything up to $500 you will not be billed for, even though you have your credit card in the system. Again, make absolutely sure that you've used the same email that you used to sign up for the JKD 2020 Teachable platform on your credit for this account. And make sure that in that way we know that you're entitled to $500 discount for the traffic ranking system. So once you submit the credit card or the debit card, it'll be the card that's default to your billing. Now considerations for which card you used should be, if you're going to use more than $500 a month, which you get from month to month, and you want to add some of these things like a Tier 1 campaign or a reputation management campaign or a boost, which we'll be showing you a little bit later, which is a one-time payment for a boost, then you're going to want to have more room on your credit card or more than just the card with enough to add the free subscription. Okay, and you can change that at any time. So the next page that you're going to see is reputation management, Tier 1 campaigns, national campaigns, and local campaigns. These are all things you're going to learn about, but generally speaking, if you have a local website, that's a local campaign. A national campaign, $100 more. And these are going to be subscriptions. So keep in mind that you have $500 a month that you can spend on this campaign, and anything past $500 a month you're going to be billed for. So for instance, if you have 2 local campaigns, you're going to have 2 websites, and if you have, it'll be $450. Okay, so let's go ahead and set something up. I'm going to set up a local campaign for Jimmy Kelly Digital SEO just as a demonstration. Okay. And to set up this campaign, just click on the 0. I'm going to go ahead and add 1. That's new monthly subtotal is $225. I'm going to create save changes. Just click save changes here. And that's going to be added to my $500 a month discount. Okay? And it's going to tell you right here what your total is so you can watch your billing and watch how much you're spending for your company, agency, so on and so forth. And right now, at least the version that we have now, which is October 16th, 2017, there are a lot of changes coming. In the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see this logged in area. When you do a drop-down menu, you're going to see local, national, Tier 1, rep management, viral bursts. We're going to describe these to you in your training. It's for members only. I'm going to go ahead and click local because that's what I purchased. And I'm going to go ahead and add a local campaign. Now, it's during this part that I'm going to show you what to do and what not to do to make sure that the traffic and engagement that we're sending you can be effective. So first we're going to add locale Google campaign. Now, first and foremost, here's a good example that the developer left for us, Austin, Texas. That happens to actually be the locale that we're going to use. Okay, so I'm just going to go Austin, TX. Now, make sure that you put the location where you want your local traffic in the location area and do not add it to the keyword. Okay, and we'll get down into that when we go into the keywords. In other words, now that I've added Austin, Texas, I don't need to put Austin SEO or Austin, Texas SEO or anything. We're going to do that for you. Okay, so let me go ahead and find the URL that we need to use as this demonstration. And for the purposes of demonstration only, we have a halfway thrown together sales page here for the local area on jimmykelly.digital/SEO-Austin. That's going to be the URL. Now here's an important point. You only want to take the URL that is actually indexed in the search engine. So if you have any question about what URL to give us, for example, some people have had no www defaulted server side, so they would just have jimmykelly.digital. So the best way to check that is to go ahead and go to the search engine in question and see which URL is indexed. And you can see right here, hopefully you can see my mouse, we use www, which is probably what you should be using, but whatever. Just make sure that if you do not have www indexed, that you use the truncation in the system, which I'm going to show you now. So as a result, I'm going to go ahead and put in the URL. And it's not a problem if you use HTTPS : we take care of the rest. Or if I were to put it in here like this with just www, the programmer has made it so it is intelligent enough to know what you're talking about. However, I do want to say that if it's /SEO-Austin/, do not take off the / on the end for good measure. We need that to be included in. Okay, so put it exactly as it is within the folder that's indexed if you have a folder. Okay, so the keywords then are going to be, I'm just using basic demonstrations here. We're going to do SEO Austin, Austin SEO, and I think that you get 2 keywords. Now what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and mix these up for Austin. Now with the branding, first and foremost, I want to let everybody know that you're going to get trained formally by Jimmy and Tony on this. So what I'm giving you here is very, very basic remedial stuff that I know I can get away with, but you need to be aware that you can go in and change this at any time because you're going to be getting advanced knowledge on what to use for the branding. The branding are other associative specific keywords that'll make sure that you find this page. In this case, it's jimmykelly.digital, SEO Austin, Texas, but you don't really want it to be keywords or anything like that. So if you have a phone number, you can use LLC. I'm going to give you the basics, which you can always default to. In this case, I could use let me see. I could use Jimmy Kelly Digital. Correct? Okay, Jimmy's in the room with me, so I'm making a video with him in here. I could use Jimmy Kelly Digital. I could use Jimmy Kelly Digital LLC, right? I could use Jimmy Kelly because he owns the company, and that's part of the site. These are just fast things. You're going to learn a lot more. Jimmy Kelly Digital. I could use jimmykellydigital.com, right? Or would you not use that? You wouldn't use .com. Or, I mean, .digital. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. So you could also use jimmykelly.digital. That still brands it. But you guys are going to learn specific hands-on, step-by-step ways to make more out of this, and you can go in and change it or add. Now you can add up to 5 of these branded things, but just for the purposes of getting started, I just wanted you guys to know that these are the type of things that you can use. And these are going to appear, the visitors are actually going to type this in as well as the keyword to give your brand and your page more correlation and association. Jimmy will explain all that to you. Right now we only have google.com US. There will be other locations coming as requested. I'm going to click Save. And the next thing that comes up, and for those of you who are in the early beta, I gave you this manually. This code is what you're going to need to put on this page. So for instance, I've got to copy and paste this code and put it in a div layer, put on an HTML of Jimmy SEO Austin page, okay, right here. So it will not be visible to users, okay? Our visitors know how to find these things, and you don't have to worry about that. Okay, you can see here that SEO Austin, Austin, Texas, SEO Austin, Austin SEO Austin, Texas. Now the reason this is, now what I've done is I've done this exactly wrong, so this will help you to do it right. I did exactly what I told them not to do. Probably make a new video. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to show them how to do it. So what you do not want is for this to happen. Austin, Texas, SEO, Austin. Now the reason that is incorrect, let's go ahead and go back. And we'll go ahead and click edit this campaign. The reason is that you don't want to put the keyword, the locale keyword, in. So all I'll do is I'll go out and edit, because it's up here, see Austin? So I'll go up here and edit SEO, and we'll just go search engine optimization. Okay, so there was no need for me to put Austin in either one of those. Click save, and you can see now that it's SEO Austin, Texas SEO, and then we have search engine optimization Austin, Texas, and then Austin, Texas search engine optimization. So that would be the correct way to do this. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave that mistake that I did in there because I think it's a wonderful way to show you guys what most people do. We add the local for you so you don't have to. So just for SEO, if I type in SEO, we're not trying to rank for SEO, we're ranking for SEO Austin, Texas. So go ahead and then go to your page. Make sure the specific page that you put in the system, properly, is where you're going to put this. So in this case, it would be, for me, www.jimmykelly.digital/SEO-Austin. Now, I'm not going to be showing you how to log into your WordPress blog or to your HTML site, go into the HTML and stick that code in there. You can put it anywhere you want. You can put it in the body, you can put it in the header, you can put it in the footer. It doesn't matter. We know where to find it. Okay, that's the main thing I want you to know. So you don't need to put any help desk support questions in or anything like that, or try to reach out on Skype about a specific location. You can put it anywhere as long as, you can even put it in a div layer, as long as it's somewhere in the HTML. You don't need to put it in a div layer, by the way. Okay, just make sure that that code is in there. It's very important. If you don't have this code in there, you're going to be at about 50% effectiveness of what we could be helping you with without it. Okay, this is some of the secret sauce to really get the engagement that you need from our visitors. Alright, cool. So at this point, that's all you do. This system is on. When you go out here, you can see that it's on, and if you want to click that link, it'll take you to the page that our visitors are engaging. Okay, this is the base words, SEO and search engine optimization, and the location is Austin, Texas. What this means is that we're hitting SEO, as you saw, SEO Austin, Texas, search engine optimization Austin, Texas. And we do hit both versions, inverted and regular, because that does matter. If you want to edit or change, let's say you're on a webinar with Jimmy and Tony and you decide you want to change, just click that edit campaign. Let's go back and show you that again. That is the yellow button here where you can edit this campaign. So for instance, when you are on the webinar that talks about branding and Jimmy's teaching you about the additions and how that works and why that's important, you can go in there and change that. Okay, if you want to delete this and start over, you can do it again, and you'll still be within the limits. That will delete the campaign within my $500 discount, and I can add another one, and it'll still be, in other words, since my subscription is, this will not delete the subscription when you click delete. Okay, so if I delete this particular job, I can put another one in because I still have the $250 a month I'm entitled to within the subscription. Subscription does not end unless you delete the subscription on the other screen or you leave your Jimmy Kelly Digital Ranking 2020 membership. By the way, be very clear, this is not going to be available to the general public. If you leave the membership group, this discount will automatically be discontinued, and you will not be able to use the software either. So that's an important point. Let's go ahead and see more details about the campaign. When you need to get back, this blue button here on this version is just simply getting back to this form. Maybe you forgot the form or deleted it when you were editing your HTML or in the WordPress blog and you just need it again. Just go here and get it. Now note here, the only information that we're getting you on these keywords is the number of competing pages and the keywords that we're using. You can see right here that we do give you the rank. Now the rank has not been processed yet for these keywords. It's going to take a few minutes, sometimes a few hours, and it'll come back and it'll give you the rankings, and we'll update the rankings every day or two, I think. I'm not sure. I'll get the information on how much we update those. It'll still just tell you where they're ranked at the beginning of the project, I believe, right? Yeah, it's just once. Other than that, the main thing for you to remember is that we are not tracking your rankings on a ranking graph. That is up for you to do. So what you would do is go to your favorite ranking tool search engine optimization, Austin, Texas, put it into SERPbook. For me, it would be SERPbook, for instance. I would just grab these and I put them in my own favorite ranking tool. We currently do not have a ranking software tool for you to use. We're not giving you that service. So it's up to you to be tracking the amazing effectiveness with which this process and tool will work for you. Okay, and you're going to learn more about this, like I said, in the webinars, which you should already be signed up for. If you're not signed up for the webinar, please log the twice monthly webinars, actually, for members only. Please log into the courses area at the private membership area for Ranking 2020 and sign up for the members only webinars, which is password protected, because this is some pretty heavy stuff that you guys are going to be learning, and really awesome stuff. Other than that, this version, we've had a lot of questions about Tier 1 and reputation management and viral bursts, which is one of Jimmy's favorites. I'm really excited about that one as well. That's a one-time purchase. You set it up the same way, but you're going to need to go back and purchase that. We have various price points, but I do not recommend purchasing that until your first training session with Jimmy and Tony on what that's for and when you should do it. Okay, so that's good. National is going to be the same thing. If you click on your national subscription, make sure you've purchased a national subscription in order to do that. Okay, and I believe you can do that. Go back to settings, go back to your products, and if you want to add a national campaign, you'll just simply click right here on national campaign, and you'll go through the process of purchasing it. Okay, so just make sure that you understand that. So people have already expressed a desire to purchase a national campaign. So click on the 0 here, and you can simply add however many sites you want, how many campaigns and jobs you want, and it'll give you your new monthly subtotal. So for instance, if I add another campaign, a national campaign is $325. If I submit save changes, it'll add that to your monthly recurring. Okay. Additionally, if the bursts, I don't think the bursts are yet available. I think we've held back on that. Let me just check on that. What you will see in the product area soon enough will be bursts, and we're going to wait until after the webinar, I think, before we add those. And the Tier 1s, I would recommend waiting for the Tier 1 as well. If you are, let me see if Tier 1 is a subscription. Yes, it is. So the Tier 1 is, again, we're going to cover this in the webinar. It's a little bit different than just having the user engagement and involvement on your website directly. In this particular campaign, I actually recommend doing a Tier 1 together with a local campaign or a national campaign as an extra power source. It's very, very powerful. What this does is we pull your backlinks via Ahrefs API, and our visitors go through the links and the themes and the keywords that we pull that are relevant to the keyword you're trying to rank for. It is really, really cool and really, really powerful. Okay, so you would just simply save that change. You would add it to the monthly recurring, and you can see that it's $450 now, and you can see that I've got a Tier 1 campaign matching the local campaign. And then to add the Tier 1 campaign, I would go in there and I would go to my account. Actually, now that I have a Tier 1, I would go over to Tier 1 on the right hand part of the screen, open it up, and then I would simply add this campaign. Now a Tier 1 campaign is pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and show you that now. We're going to take a Tier 1 campaign with the site we just did with Jimmy's page here, and we'll go ahead and do the same URL. Okay, and I do not have to have HTTP or HTTPS, but if you do, it's not a big deal. I'm going to take the same thing, except this time I'm not going to make the mistake I did and add Austin. It's going to be SEO and search engine optimization. Okay, now we're going to do auto URL. We're going to click this, and I don't think that we actually have any backlinks because it was all ranked with using traffic alone. Jimmy's sitting here and just telling me what would happen in your instance. If you have any backlinks to your website, we're going to pull via Ahrefs the backlinks that we want our visitors to go through and the articles that we want them to click on. Okay, you cannot use the Tier 1 campaign if you don't have backlinks. Okay, so in this instance, we are not qualified to use the Tier 1. So I would go ahead and cancel this out. But what will happen for you is you'll be able to click the auto URLs. It'll pull back some of your links. You're going to click save, and I'm not able to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel. All right. So let me just go ahead and show you another way. I'm going to show you an example with a site that actually has backlinks. One moment. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and change the job to a friend of ours here, and we'll go ahead and try adding a campaign again. There's her page. We're going to the home page, and the keyword is going to be buy houses, and we buy houses. Okay, then we're going to click the auto URL, and you can see that the Ahref API brought back a good chunk of pages that are pointing to her site. Okay, now our visitors are going to go through and engage those pages first. Now, if for some reason you would like to put in your own manual backlinks, you can. So if, for example, if you've blocked Ahref, like some of you guys do block Ahref, that's no problem. You can use your own backlink list as long as they're pointing to the page, and our visitors will engage them. So for instance, with the page that I pulled on ours, on Jimmy Kelly Digital, we had no backlinks, so there's no real backlinks for me to submit. But if Jimmy built a couple links, I could go put them in manually, and we don't have to submit them. Okay, so yeah, and you can put up to 20 in there, I guess. I'm not sure how many URLs they can put. I think it's 20 by default. Yeah, so we default by 20. Okay, and I'll find out more. In the webinar, we're going to go over this a little bit more, but 20 is about what you want to engage. Then I'm going to go ahead and click Save, and she should be ready to go. Now, again, she has to install this on her target page because this is a new job. And you can see in this account, the keyword is buy houses and we buy houses. Okay, there wasn't a local modifier in that one. Okay, so the URLs that our visitors are going to engage are here. Now remember, there's a lot of engagements. What I love about this system is we're going to be coming from theme pages that Jimmy has coded this thing to surgically target the keywords and terms. That's what I love about it. It's really, really powerful. So that's pretty much it. If you want to go back here to We Buy Houses, the same thing applies. You can edit the campaign here, and so on and so forth. So you might be thinking, why do we not ask for the local terms in this one like we did in the national or the local terms? Because the tier 1, we want anything that's relevant, and the more specific you get locally, the less likely there will be backlinks that are going to give you the biggest oomph from the way that Jimmy has designed it. So in this instance, if you wanted to put in We Buy Houses Austin, you could, but you don't really need to, because you're still getting the power from Buy Houses and We Buy Houses. You don't have to be local on that because you're running a local campaign. You're still going to get the local power from that. But I just want to show you why we don't have the local terms in there, because Buy Houses and We Buy Houses, even though she's targeting Austin, Texas, would still work. Now, she could We Buy Houses Austin. Let me show you, for instance, even though she doesn't need this, had she done this, we might find fewer backlinks. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, go ahead and auto URL. Go ahead and replace those. Okay, so it does look like there's still a few there. So we do get a lot of questions on that, but there are no needs for you to put in Austin. If you don't find the number of URLs that you need or you'd like to see there with the local, you can go to the broad. Correct, Jimmy? Or you can paste them in manually. Like for instance, if you're not getting what you need but you know you have backlinks, let me just go ahead and auto URL those. Go ahead and add some backlinks from other sources. Don't have to use ours. These are just suggestions. Okay, and there's going to be training on this as well. You know, where Jimmy and Tony will go over and show you how that works. Okay. All right, but it's pretty straightforward. Just add your own backlinks if you want. You guys know how it works. Click Save, and there we go. So this gives us where our visitors are going to go. And the same thing, you've got your keyword, you got the competing pages for the keyword, and so on and so forth. You got the URL. All right, and like I said, you can edit this at any time. So this is the first version of the software. Things are going to be changing and getting better, but I wanted you guys to know how it works. So go ahead and go for it. And if you have any questions, do hit me up in the Skype room, or I'm sure that anybody who's around will be able to answer your questions. And you will be learning a lot in the webinars online, so just don't think that we're going to drop you into this powerful, powerful application, have you sink or swim. We're going to show you, Jimmy's going to show you how it works, Tony's going to show you how it works, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside. Thank you.